Good morning, USA.
Yo 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 yo.
Good morning, Charlamagne.
Good morning, Angela Yee. Peace to the planet. It's Thursday. Good morning. What's happening?
That's right. It's the weekend.
It is definitely the weekend. I'm glad you're looking at it like that. We have to add another day to the weekend. I think 2-day weekend should be a thing of the past. We need at least a 3-day weekend. Let's start on Thursday. If it was up to me, we'd have Monday off. But, you know, let's start now.
I always used to feel like Friday was a throwaway day. Like, come to work on Friday, you really just thinking about getting off work. So, you know, Thursday's kind of the weekend.
If more people adopted that mentality, then they probably would start cutting Fridays from the schedule.
Remember Summer Fridays?
Planet, that's what I'm saying, yes.
Summer Fridays when you would have off on every other Friday, or what businesses would do is they would shut down like around 1 and let you get off early.
They should. I think people would be more productive if we had another day added to the weekend. Mm-hmm. I really do.
And just to put it out there, you know, even though it is March, what's today's date? March 10th. They're saying there's going to be snowstorms across, and it could be a bomb cyclone as the snow is moving across the United States. They said there's going to be up to 8 inches of snow in Kansas City, Kansas.
Oh, maybe the snow wants to get one last hurrah in before springtime, because spring starts on the 20th, in 10 days actually. March 20th is the first official day of spring in these United States of America.
They're saying Alabama, Mississippi could see snow. They're saying some snowflakes could mix in with the rain in Louisiana. It feels
one last hurrah.
Late for this, but whatever.
It's Jack Frost. Jack Frost wants one last hurrah before he's packing it up for the spring. That's all.
You know, you have 10
days till springtime.
You'll have one nice day, and then you'll be like, all right, good, spring is here. And then the next day it'll be super cold again. But yes, so again, I always tell you guys what's happening with the weather, because I know people will be moving around doing things, so make sure you're paying attention to what is happening with the weather, because a lot of flight cancellations. My homegirl came in from Miami yesterday. She said her flight was delayed 3 hours. So just add that on. Mm-hmm.
And what we got in front page news, G?
Well, you'll be happy to hear, maybe, that the Biden administration is canceling over $6 billion in federal student loan debt. And we'll talk about cryptocurrency and what Joe Biden is doing right now as far as a federal strategy on cryptocurrencies.
And also, man, our good brothers, speaking of cryptocurrency, speaking of currency in any form, our good brothers, Earn Your Leisure, will be here this morning. Mm-hmm. And they are bringing a special guest named 19 Keys. Okay. And all of those brothers will be giving out free jewelry in the form of financial literacy this morning. So if you're a fan of the Earn Your Leisure podcast, if you're a fan of 19 Keys, join us this morning here on The Breakfast Club. Let's start the show, damn it. Yep, it's the world's most dangerous morning show, The Breakfast Club. Charlamagne the God, Angela Yee, DJ Envy is off today. But it's time for front page news. G, what we got?
All right, well, the Biden administration is canceling over $6 billion in federal student loan debt, so thousands of people will soon be free of student loan debt. There were some issues with this program, Public Service Loan Forgiveness, and they said they created this about 15 years ago with the intention of helping borrowers who worked in education, healthcare, emergency services, and more. But they did expand the program back in October. It was so confusing, though, that a 98% denial rate for applicants was what happened. And so now they're saying this temporary changes allow borrowers to receive credit for loan repayments that originally didn't qualify. So now there's about 100,000 people who are eligible. And so that's going to total about $6.2 billion in student loan repayments.
It still looks complicated to me, because you got to meet so many different requirements. You got to work full time for an eligible public service, a nonprofit employer. You got to enroll in an income-driven repayment plan and make at least 120 monthly student loan payments. Then after meeting the eligibility requirements, the remaining balance of your federal student loans will be forgiven. Like, it still looks hella complicated to me.
Yeah, they said about altogether 550,000 borrowers would benefit from this updated program. But he still has some campaign promises to fulfill, like canceling at least $10,000 of student debt per borrower. So that still has to happen.
And they say even for what you was just talking about, the public service loan forgiveness, you got to go to the U.S. Department of Education, fill out a limited waiver, and then the limited waiver will allow you to count previous payments to help you meet the 120 monthly payment requirements. Like it still looks complicated, super complicated.
Yeah, they're saying people who thought they weren't eligible before or denied are eligible. Some people, so I don't know. All right, and Joe Biden's also is going to be signing an executive order today establishing the first ever federal strategy on cryptocurrencies. So they're exploring a digital currency operated by the U.S. Central Bank. They said this executive order is centered around 6 priorities: consumer and investor protection, financial stability, illicit finance, U.S. leadership in the global financial system, and economic competitiveness, financial inclusion, and responsible innovation. They said this will also help the government make markets fairer and more transparent and support responsible innovation that could result in a substantial benefit for the nation's consumers and businesses. I don't know what that means for the existing cryptocurrencies like Bitcoin, Ethereum, Solana, all of those. So I don't know how that will be affected. But that's global. Well, this is a U.S.-backed cryptocurrency.
Yeah, and like I said, we got the good brothers of Earn Your Leisure and 19 Keys coming in later this morning, and they're gonna break all that down.
All right, and Better.com workers found out that they were laid off because they got their severance checks ahead of schedule. So this was a bit of a mishap that occurred after, they fired 900 employees during a Zoom call. Then another round of layoffs happened, and some workers got a severance check before getting any type of additional context or notice from Better.com executives. So I guess they got their check a little early, and that's how they found out when they received their severance check that they no longer work there.
Got you.
Can you imagine? All right, well, that is your front page news.
That was real quick, too. I'm thinking, I wonder, does Ukraine have to jump through all those hoops to get that $13.6 billion in military and humanitarian assistance that the House passed for them yesterday? Because it feels like, it's easier for them to get that money than it is for the students that are in debt here in America, but whatever.
Man, I was watching Russia bombing a children's hospital and maternity ward. I mean, it is disgusting what they're doing over there for innocent people when they're saying that this is not about civilians and they're bombing children's hospitals, children dying. All right, well, that is your front page news.
And Tell Them Why You Mad is up next. No, not Tell Them Why You Mad. Get it off your chest. Yes, get it off your chest because, if you have something that you're upset about and you want to get off your chest, you can call up and do that. But if you want to tell us why you're blessed, if you want to tell us why you're blessed, black, and highly favored, you can call and do that too. 1-800-585-1051. It's the world's most dangerous morning show, The Breakfast Club. Yes, it's the world's most dangerous morning show, The Breakfast Club. Charlamagne the God, Angela Yee, DJ Envy is off today. Who is this?
Hey, this DK.
DK,
get it off your chest, brother.
No, I want to tell y'all while I'm blessed, man, I'm drug-free. This time last year, I don't know where I was at, but right now, God put me in the right place. I work from home in my drawers. Like, life is good right now.
From home in your drawers, what you be doing?
I do customer service for Verizon. I be doing people bills and stuff.
So you don't even put pants on when you're making these calls? You just be in your drawers?
Don't need to. My mind is what they need. They don't need to see what I got going.
I'm just wondering.
Let's talk. Let's give people a little roadmap because you said you was on drugs last year, and I love to hear other people's testimony because other people's testimony can help somebody else. So what were you on, and how did you get off?
Bro, I was on anything and everything, like anything that was making me feel what I wasn't trying to feel. Like it just wasn't a good space, but like I just woke up one day and I just was done. Like I just prayed to God to take the taste out of my mouth, and that's exactly what he did. So I just don't even crave it. I just thank the Lord every day for where I'm at right now, man. I don't know what else to say. I'm blessed right now.
I love
and that's
to hear
beautiful.
It.
Were you going through something? Were you going through any type of a trauma or some grief that caused you to get on drugs?
A little bit of everything, coming out the closet, just meeting the wrong people. I mean, my own choices too, because I had responsibility and that I can't put that on everybody. Like, it was my fault too, but like, I'm on the big and better things.
Man, I'm glad you got the healing you deserve, my brother.
I appreciate that. I want to thank y'all. Listen to y'all every morning. It's so crazy I got through. Like, I'm just like spazzing out right now.
All right, you are blessed. You got your underwear on right now, and that's it.
Angela, you right there. Yes, man. I got a robe on.
All right. Hey, well, thank you, DK.
Love, King.
Hey, can I get some black excellence?
Can you get some black excellence? How do you get black excellence?
You know how.
Nah, like some of your stuff. Show me your merchandise.
Some books. Yeah, I'll send you Anita Kopak, Shallow Waters. I'll send you Dr. Rita Walker, The Unapologetic Guide to Black Mental Health. And if I got some more Tamika Mallory, State of Emergency, I'll send you that too, brother.
Y'all the realest. I want to thank y'all again.
All right, DK.
Yeah, stay on hold so we can get your information. All right. Hello, who's this?
It's Angel there, Charlamagne. What's going on?
Angel Dust?
Angel, just Angel.
Oh, just Angel. Okay, good morning, Angel. Get it off your chest, sir.
Man?
Good morning, Angel.
Man, how y'all doing? How y'all doing? And I wanted to get something off my chest, and it was just ironic. God made it a way for me to get this call through, to get through to you all, because I'm a truck driver, man, and right now it's scary out here for truck drivers. I'm my own operator, and I just passed the pilot. Fuel is at $5.75 a gallon.
Oh, yeah.
Lord have mercy.
But I also, scrolling through YouTube, happened to pull up a message. Charlamagne, you may have listened to it. Bishop Jakes spoke on God is up to something. And even though
yes, sir. I saw that sermon.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I had to, and you know, I was just scrolling through YouTube, and I said, I'm going to listen to this because I'm afraid out here, man, owning trucks and not knowing what tomorrow may bring. But I know there's other people out there going through a lot more and a lot worse situations. But even through hard times, just know God has a plan. And if you believe and have that faith and continue to try, He'll most definitely get you through it, because I most definitely was stressed out getting up this morning heading to Atlanta. But that message took a lot of burden off of me, man. And I just wanted to let somebody out there know it and know if you continue to try and have that faith in God, you'll get through. You'll get through most definitely.
I agree with you, man. Bishop T.D. Jakes gets me through all the time, man. That sermon, I think that was Sunday's sermon, if I'm not mistaken.
Well, it said 3 days ago, so I wouldn't doubt it. I missed it Sunday, but, man, I most definitely needed to hear it, and hopefully somebody hear me saying the same thing. God has something planned. He's up to something.
That's right.
So just keep your head up. Female,
That's
male,
right.
Keep your head up, most definitely, and just believe, and God will get you through it, no doubt.
Well, thank you,
That's
Angel,
right.
for spreading that good word for us this morning. You heard something positive, and you wanted to spread that around, so that's what we do.
Most definitely. You all have a good day, and I enjoy your weekend.
You too, Angel.
Yeah, salute to
right.
Bishop. Bishop said sometimes God doesn't bless you for you. He's blessing you because of what's going to come through you. Look at God. 1-800-585-1051. Call up right now. Get it off your chest. It's the world's most dangerous morning show, The Breakfast Club. Good morning. Who's this?
Yeah, what's up, sir?
Trav, peace, sis. What's happening?
What's up to our co-host for Get It Off Your Chest, Trav? What's up, Trav?
What's up, Yee? How you, boo?
Hey, boo.
Where
Get it off your
Envy
chest,
at?
Trav.
Envy is off today.
Oh, man, see, I had something. I've been thinking about Envy for a while, and I've been thinking about him, and I had something for him today. Because, you know...
What you have for him, Trav?
Ever since Coachella punked him, I've been thinking of a new name for his car show, because he does not like Drive Your Dreams.
I know. He really don't be pushing Drive Your Dreams. He just be like, my car show.
I thought of something really catchy for him, and I was going to tell him today, but now I've got to wait for him to get back.
Tell us.
I can't say it because somebody might take it and try to trademark it, so I got to wait for Envy to get back.
You should have trademarked it already, Trav.
No, I can't do that to Envy. I'm gonna give it to Envy. It's Envy. I'm gonna call back when he's there. So now I gotta call back tomorrow.
Oh God! All right,
Trav. You be
Trav.
But guess what, y'all? I want to say that because remember, I told you that they've been messing with me in my DMs because I lost my job.
Mm-hmm.
But I got a new job, y'all.
Oh, what you doing now, Trav? Congratulations.
Working for the electric company for Pico. Check me out. Ow.
Okay, that's dope.
Congratulations. I think you should be working for Peacock.
Oh,
congratulations,
God,
though.
Goodbye, Charlamagne. Bye.
What?
We celebrating.
What? Good morning. Who's this?
This is Alexis.
Alexis, get it off your chest,
Alexis.
Boo. Good morning, Charlamagne. Good morning, Angela. I just wanted to express how blessed I've been lately, man. Like, I'm in the military, and I'm a mom and a wife, and it's been so hard going through depression and anxiety for the last, 2 years, and I feel like this year has been starting on the right foot. Like, I'm finally getting back to myself, growing, knowing what I want in life, and I just want to tell anybody who's going through it, just get through it and grow, because it will not last.
Okay.
Now, did you do any work on yourself? Did you start going to therapy? Did you, were you doing anything to heal?
I started reading more, and I actually have been going to therapy consistently for the last 2 years. And I also wanted to see if I can get a book, Charlamagne.
I got you. I'm going to send you the Unapologetic Guide to Black Mental Health by Dr. Rita Walker and Anita Kopac's Shallow Waters. And, reading is really good Reading is really good for your brain. It's really good for your mental health. It's actually a technical term that I can't remember right now, but they say when you lose yourself in a good book, it's been shown to reduce your levels of stress. So reading is very good for your mental health.
Yes, thank you. Thank you. Y'all have a great day.
You too.
You too. Hey, when y'all call up here and y'all tell us that y'all have gotten through, in regard to anxiety or depression or any, mental health issues, tell us how. Don't forget to tell us how, okay? That's very important. Good morning. Who's this?
Hello. Hey, this is Amanda with Eating Lovely in San Antonio.
Peace, Amanda. How are you, Queen?
I'm doing good. I wanted to say first and foremost, thank you, God, for the Breakfast Club. Keep anointing them with speaking to the culture. Amen.
Yeah. Thank you.
Thank you.
Miss Angela Yee, I want to say the first time I read about you was in Feminists Don't Wear Pink and Other Lies.
Oh, okay. That was a great compilation book.
Yes, ma'am. Ever since then, I've been listening heavily to the Breakfast Club, and I can't wait for your book. I'm so excited for it.
Thank you.
DJ Envy isn't there, but I just bought tickets to his car show, and Charlamagne, I got Black Privilege in, and Setting Boundaries, Find Peace. I'm so excited for this book. I really love y'all show.
Those are great reads.
My kids too.
Man, you really love us. Oh, we love you so much. We appreciate your support, because I don't know if a lot of people know about that book, Feminists Don't Wear Pink.
Oh, it's a great book, yeah. And I turned 30 this month, so this is one of my goals. I will earn this 30 years, and I'm just so excited to be here, with y'all right now.
Oh, man. I'm sending you nothing but positive energy, love, and light, Queen.
Yeah, I hope y'all have a great day, and thank you so much.
Thank you. You made our day so much better, so we appreciate you.
All right. Now, see, that's the kind of energy I need to start the day, all right? Now, we got Rumor Report coming up?
Yes, and we'll be talking about Tiger Woods. He just got inducted into the Hall of Fame, the World Golf Hall of Fame, and he didn't want to cry, but he ended up crying, and we'll tell you why.
All right, we'll discuss when we come back. It's the world's most dangerous morning show, The Breakfast Club. Yes, it's the world's most dangerous morning show, The Breakfast Club. Charlamagne the God, Angela Yee, our good brother DJ Envy is off today, but it's time for Rumor Report. Let's talk Tiger Woods.
It's time. She's spilling the tea.
This is the Rumor Report with Angela Yee on The Breakfast Club.
All right, well, Tiger Woods was rightfully inducted into the Golf Hall of Fame, the World Golf Hall of Fame. So congratulations to him. This took place last night at the PGA Tour's new headquarters. And his daughter is the person on stage who actually inducted him, his 14-year-old daughter, Sam. Here she is presenting him as a member of the World Golf Hall of Fame.
Harder than ever. About a year ago, you were stuck in a hospital bed at one of your ultimate lows. You didn't know if you'd come home with 2 legs or not. Now, you're not only about to be inducted into the Hall of Fame, but you're standing here on your own 2 feet. This is why you deserve this, because you're a fighter. You've defied the odds every time, being the first Black and Asian golfer to win a major. Dad, I inducted you into the Dad Hall of Fame a long time ago, but today I am so proud to present my dad, Tiger Woods, into the World Golf Hall of Fame.
Oh, that was so sweet. And he got, of course, very emotional. And, he talked about when he was 14, his family took out a second mortgage. Here is Tiger Woods with his Hall of Fame speech.
We took out a second mortgage so I could go out and play the AJJ Tour. So without the sacrifices of Mom, who took me all to the future golf tournaments, Dad, who's not here, but who instilled in me this work ethic to fight for what I believe in, chase after my dreams. If you don't go out there and put in the work, you don't go out and put in the effort, 1, you're not going to get the results, but 2, more importantly, you don't deserve it. From there, I turned pro. First thing I was able to do was I was able to pay off that mortgage.
Ooh.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know how many Golf Hall of Fames it is, but Tiger Woods should be in every single one of them. He absolutely should, because I can't even, there's only 3 golfers I can just name off the top of my head. That's Arnold Palmer because of the drink, the iced tea and lemonade, Jack Nicklaus because of the restaurants in the airport, and Tiger Woods. That's it.
All right, well, congratulations to him. Such an emotional night, and he did a lot for the sport of golf. Let's be clear. All right. Now, Starz has given a second season order to Power Book 4 Force. That renewal announcement was yesterday. The show has very strong ratings. We already told you guys about that. It was the most watched series premiere in Starz history. And so congratulations to them. I know 50 was having some issues with Starz, but looks like he'll be sticking around, at least for that.
I haven't watched Force I haven't watched Force yet, but I will. And I don't want anybody to think that Starz, renewed this show because 50 has no problem putting them on blast on social media. They renewed the show because people are watching it. What 50 said was true. It's like the show has super high ratings. Why haven't they renewed it yet?
Well, they said that they already knew and they already had the writers working on the next season. They just hadn't announced it yet. So,
well, they should have told 50.
They said this the writers' room had been staffed well in advance of the series premiere even. And so I guess all along they knew it was going to be another season of it. But Joseph Sikora, who plays Tommy Egan, he is the star of Power Book 4, Force. He actually is going to Chicago. I've been watching it in this new season to try to start his empire there. So that's kind of what this season is about.
Now, is there any chance Lala comes back?
Pictures as he looks at her. Pictures of her, but I don't think so. But you know what? Anything can happen. We never know. All right, and that's Netflix has ordered from Shonda Rhimes and her longtime Shondaland partner, Betsy Beers. They're going to be executive producing an upcoming White House murder mystery series. It's called The Residence. It's an 8-episode drama. It's been ordered straight to series, and it's largely inspired by Kate Anderson Brower's nonfiction book, The Residence, Inside the Private World of the White House. It will explore the realities of America's first families from the point of view of their staffers. So the synopsis is 132 rooms, 157 suspects, 1 dead body, 1 wildly eccentric detective, 1 disastrous state dinner.
Man, this is why high-level consistency is so important. This is why high-level consistent excellence is so important. Because I'm going to watch that show just because Shonda Rhimes is attached to it. Shonda Rhimes don't miss.
All right.
So I'm going to at least check the show out.
All right, and Pete Davidson, they said, is going to be playing Pete Davidson in a new comedy series. And that comedy series is for Universal Television. He'll be starring as himself. According to Deadline, it's called Bupkis, and it's being pitched at streaming services, and he's writing that series with some of his friends, Dave Sirius from SNL, The King of Staten Island, and Judah Miller from Crashing. So specifically, the show would hail from Lorne Michaels' Broadway video, which is under a deal with Universal TV. So
drop on the clues bombs for my guy, Pete Davidson. Now, who are we going to get to play Kanye West on this show? Or do you think we can get Kanye to play himself? What do you think?
I don't know. Anything's possible, right? All right, well, that is your
Kanye
rumor
is
report.
known for playing. Kanye is known for playing himself.
All right, well, that is your rumor report.
Yes.
Next up, we got front page news.
Yes, what we got in front page news, G?
Well, let's talk all kinds of social media things, dating apps. What are some things that are happening to make sure that creators get some credit? And also, if you're trying to date, wouldn't you like if you could get a background check real quick? Well, we'll tell you what app is going to do that for you.
All right, we got all that and more on the world's most dangerous morning show, The Breakfast Club. It's the world's most dangerous morning show, The Breakfast Club. Charlamagne the God, Angela Yee, DJ Envy is off today. Now it's time for front page news. Yee, what we got?
All right, well, 3 people have died after they were injured in a Russian bomb attack. That attack was on a maternity hospital in southern Ukraine. Here is what Nancy Pelosi has to say about Russia bombing Ukraine.
The assault that Putin has made on Ukraine is an assault on democracy. The news was that they bombed a maternity hospital, killing babies, children, moms. This is the beast that Putin is.
All right, now.
You know what's interesting about that is, Russia is denying it bombed the children's hospital, and they're saying that those claims are fake news. They said the building was formerly a maternity hospital that had been taken over by troops, and they're saying that's how fake news is born. I don't know what's true.
I saw a video of women all bleeding and injured, leaving the rubble and everything, and they said they do know that 3 people
there's like,
died.
I'm not saying that those videos are definitely
17 victims.
Yeah, I'm not saying those videos aren't real, but there is a lot of psychological operations that happen on social media, because you could see a video of that, but it could not be that situation. I don't know what's true and what's not true. I'm just putting both sides out there.
Well, the Russian foreign minister also claimed that they did not attack Ukraine at all, and that they did not invade Ukraine. So they also were having a meeting. Russia-Ukraine talks about trying to make sure that there were some humanitarian corridors and trying to get a 24-hour ceasefire for people to be able to escape. But those meetings did end without an agreement reached on humanitarian corridors. And according to reports, they are also accusing Russia of bombing the evacuation corridor. So while they have agreed certain places should not be bombed, they've still been bombing those places. So there's no word from the Russian side on that claim from Ukraine right now. All right, now Tinder is going to provide users with the opportunity to run a background check on their matches. So now, usually you go on Tinder, you go on a date, you don't really know anything about somebody unless you Google them. Well, now the program will scour people's public records and alert someone if their match has any prior arrests, any convictions, and as well as notify them if they have registered as a sex offender. So hopefully that can make things somewhat safer. And Instagram has added new tagging options, and that will help credit creators. So that those tagging options will give more details about a person, like a photographer, artist, writer, and others who work on content, but they're not always immediately visible unless they're mentioned by the person who actually did the post. So I think that's really helpful. And they also said that feature was made in direct response to black creators who often feel overlooked or shut out from trends that they create. So now these professional accounts and influencers will get that credit. And that tag was actually made by 2 black women who work there. So Instagram engineer Cameron Boyd and Alexis Michelle Adeji. She's a data analyst. They work together to address these disparities on Instagram to amplify more black creators and get the influencers to transfer their viral content from TikTok over to Instagram. Because, there's a lot of issues with TikTok not giving credit to black creators.
How did that tag and credit turn into money? How did that work?
Well, I mean, I guess it gives people more attention also, because a lot of times you might post something and people be like, I was the photographer, can I get a tag? And so that people want to make sure that when you're highlighting what's happening, there's some people that don't get acknowledged, like makeup artists, maybe a songwriter. So now you can see who's actually doing that work, and that actually helps people build up their following and also helps people maybe get more work.
Yeah, that's the next step. You know what I mean? Like the credit is great, but I want to make sure these kids get paid and make sure they get that equity, because you see them them white TikTok creators be getting money,
right?
Sponsorships, all types of things.
This one is for Instagram. This tagging
okay,
option.
Even they, but I mean even they get money. Those folks on Instagram get money, and it's usually through sponsorships and endorsements. So I hope that they can lead those black creators on Instagram to the back.
And TikTok, since you brought them up, has launched Sound On. That's a platform to let artists directly upload and monetize their music on that app. So it's an all-in-one platform, they're saying, for music marketing and distribution. You can just put your music up there and get royalties when TikTok creators use your music in their own videos. All right, well, that is your front page news.
That's right. And when we come back, we are talking to the good brothers of the Earn Your Leisure podcast, and they got a guest with them, my man 19 Keys. They're going to be talking financial literacy. They're going to be talking cryptocurrency. They're going to be talking NFTs. They're going to tell you about, what Joe Biden is doing to regulate cryptocurrency, all of that good stuff. And they do it in such a culturally competent way. So make sure you join us when Earn Your Leisure and 19 Keys come on next on the world's most dangerous morning show, The Breakfast Club. Yes. It's the world's most dangerous morning show, The Breakfast Club. Charlamagne the God, Angela Yee, DJ Envy is off today. Salute to those good brothers from Earn Your Leisure and my man 19 Keys. Drop one of the clues bombs for those brothers, man. They so necessary, so necessary. Now let's get into the rumor report. We're talking Nicki Minaj.
Listen up. It's just in. All the gossip. The rumor report. Gossip. With Angela Yee.
It's the rumor report.
The Breakfast Club.
All right, well, Nicki Minaj did a sit down with Joe Budden, and she addressed a lot of different things. Now, she talked about being pregnant and having writer's block.
I also went through writer's block, severe writer's block.
After the baby?
During the pregnancy.
You was writing a bunch of whack.
Yeah, oh yeah, for sure. Well, I wasn't even writing anything. I was trying, and I wouldn't have no ideas. I think I was too worried about the baby, or like I was just online Googling and YouTubing pregnant women all day. Like, oh, what did they do? How did they do?
How long did it take you to get acclimated or get out of writer's block?
Well, I came out of writer's block with Seeing Green.
All right, and then
that's acceptable, right?
Yeah,
she had other things on her mind. She was pregnant.
Yeah, it makes sense. Now, another thing that she talked about was wanting to collaborate with Kanye on doing the female Yeezys.
I'm about to do something And he was like, well, if I did something with you, my wife probably wouldn't love that idea because I should be giving that to my wife instead, you know? If I was doing like a female version of the Yeezys or whatever, it would probably should go to my wife. And I understood. That's how you're going to tell somebody about their husband or wife, yeah. So I said, okay. But we have to be careful, like, that when we put those things out there and when a door is open, that we do, you know, figure out a way to have another black face there.
Okay.
Well, it can happen now because Kanye and Kim not married anymore, right?
They definitely are not. All right, and another thing she talked about was Little Kim. You know, everybody's always ears perk up when you hear Nicki Minaj, Little Kim. Well, she actually gave Little Kim props. Here's what she had to say.
The same way I feel I should have already been on the cover of American Vogue, so should Little Kim. If we being all the way 1,000. If this is what your magazine represents, influence.
Then how do you not? How do you not?
If we be honest, because any female rapper, when myself or Little Kim goes on the internet every day, we see our influence. So I'm not gonna say it's about me only, right? And not give that woman her just due about what she did.
Okay. All right.
Yeah, I don't know anything about Vogue, but if the premise of that conversation is that, you know, how influential Kim and Nicki are, yes.
Yeah,
I agree
especially with fashion and what people are, you know, doing, from your hair to your clothes to everything. All right, and Nicki Minaj also really was honest about getting ass shots. Here's what she had to say.
You know, it wasn't acceptable to have surgery at all or anything, even though, and at that time, I had never had surgery. I had ass shots, which till this day, I realize even what I did, and even with me not consulting with anyone to do something like that, how insane that was. And actually what happened was I kept on being around Wayne and them, and all I would hear them talking about is big butts. And I didn't feel complete or good enough.
That's very honest, because you don't know what you say around people, how it affects them.
That's how I feel when women be talking about big penises. That's why I ordered Magna RX pills out the back of the sauce, you know, or double XL back in the day.
But the difference is that people aren't going to see it, you know, as you're just walking around in everyday life. It's not like, you know, only a select few will see that. It's not.
The difference is there's no surgery for us.
There is. It just is more dangerous.
That's the difference.
And it only will add like a couple of inches. Now, she also talked about Lil Wayne making jokes about her.
I think they said stuff sometimes jokingly.
Jokingly.
When it's from someone like Lil Wayne, it matters, you know, like, so even if they're joking, they don't know that the person that is there in that room with them is not finding it funny. So where they might have been playing with me, probably thinking, oh, she's confident, she's good in her own skin, da-da-da-da. They don't know probably that I always had that insecurity. So they're just joking. They didn't mean any harm, but it wasn't a joke to me. You know, I was laughing, but I didn't find it funny.
There you go. All right, well, that is your rumor report. That was Joe Budden and Nicki Minaj on The Breakfast Club.
Yes,
now,
indeed.
Charlamagne, you got Donkey of the Day coming up?
I do, and Donkey of the Day for after the hour is going to Bank of America. In particular, the Bank of America on West Paces Ferry Road near OK Cafe in Atlanta that got my man Ryan Coogler hemmed up. We'll discuss.
All right, it's The Breakfast Club.
Yeah, I got a lot of thoughts on this one. Donkey of the Day for Thursday, March 10th goes to Bank of America. In particular, the Bank of America on West Paces Ferry Road near OK Cafe in Atlanta. I got the location from an article I read on the Atlanta Journal-Constitution website. Article was written by my man Rodney Ho. Drop on the clues bombs for Rodney Ho and the Atlanta Journal-Constitution. Salute to y'all. Now, what did the Bank of America on West Paces Ferry Road in Atlanta do? Well, they caused black men all over the world's primary stress hormone, cortisol, to surge like the Omicron virus did last fall. Okay, when we saw them handcuff and detain movie director Ryan Coogler. If you haven't been on social media in the last day or so, then you may not have heard what happened to Ryan Coogler. Well, let's go to CBS 46 for the report, please.
Police body cam shows the moment famed Hollywood director Ryan Coogler was put in handcuffs attempting to withdraw money from his own account.
Don't freeze. I never freeze.
Coogler, director of the award-winning Black Panther movie, is in Atlanta filming the sequel. Police say he was detained at the Bank of America on West Pacers Ferry after passing an employee a note reading, "I would like to withdraw $12,000 cash from my checking account. Please do the money counter somewhere else. I'd like to be discreet." But the moment the teller pulled up the account, Bank of America says it signalled an alert and prompted her and her manager to call 911, suspecting a robbery.
When I ask him questions, he just point at the note, look at the note. He might just want to be discreet, but I have police around. Yeah, I mean, he might, but it just seemed weird.
Ryan Coogler. Let's forget who Ryan Coogler is for a second. Let's forget that he's a, famed Hollywood movie director, because at the end of the day, he's just a man, a black man, who had a checking account at Bank of America, who had all his proper ID, was breaking no laws, okay? So what? He had a mask on, all right? A mask and glasses. The CDC says, you don't need a mask indoors. He still had one on, because why not? Everyone says mask mandates indoors are up to us, up to our discretion, so he made a choice to wear his. Ryan has enough street smarts to know also that the wolves are out. Okay, folks are starving in these streets. The gap between the haves and have-nots is wide, so he writes a note for the bank teller, who I heard was black, by the way, but hands the note to the bank teller. The note simply says, "I would like to withdraw $12,000 cash from my checking account. Please do the money counter somewhere else. I'd like to be discreet." Now, yes, it was a note. Everybody keeps saying it was a note, but he actually wrote it on the back of a withdrawal slip. I don't think I've ever written on the back of a withdrawal slip, but I'm just going to assume Ryan Coogler actually filled out the withdrawal slip in the front as well. Even if he didn't, it's still a withdrawal slip. So from there, the bank teller has a procedure to follow, correct? They usually ask for our ID and tell us to put our debit cards in, and then they run us our money. I don't even believe the bank teller ever read the note. Impossible. First line tells you everything you need to know. I would like to withdraw $12,000 cash from my checking account. I repeat, I would like to withdraw $12,000 cash from my checking account. Instead of running to tell your boss and contacting the police, how about run this man's name and account number first? How hard is that? My brothers, I'm talking to y'all right now. Just black men. When you watch this video, you know exactly the type of pain Ryan Coogler is feeling in that moment. You can taste the trauma that Ryan Coogler is experiencing. When I talk about the cortisol surging in your body, I'm talking about that thing that lets us know we in danger. All right, that Tom Holland No Way Home spider sense. And yes, I meant to say no way home, because in moments like that, that's how it feels. Like there is no way home. I'm not making it out this situation alive when it's me against the police. And it's such a psychological fight with your body and mind when you have interactions with the police like that, because automatically when you feel that kind of danger, your body says fight or flight. You can't do either against the police. So you're forced in that moment, as an innocent man trying to make a legal transaction at a bank, you are forced in that moment to deal with the increased blood pressure and heart rate, the muscle tension, feeling like you got to poop and throw up at the same time. Okay, you have to deal with all that in the moment. And here's the other thing. And you got to try to keep a level head to even talk to these officers. How am I supposed to have a regular interaction with you, a regular conversation, when I'm having a panic attack? If you watch the video, dude walked up behind Ryan Coogler, the officer, with his gun out. Who knows what the officer in front of him was doing? See, y'all saw that video and y'all was thinking Black Panther. I saw the silly jokes online like this would have never happened in Wakanda, and what kind of discrimination is this? Well, guess what? When I saw that video, I wasn't thinking of Black Panther at all. I was thinking of another Ryan Coogler directed film based off a true story, Fruitville Station, the story of Oscar Grant. Okay, when Oscar Grant was detained by police and while he was in handcuffs laying on his stomach, an officer, Johannes Marcel, pulled out his pistol and shot him in the back. See, bank teller, your fear of this man, whatever your perception of this man was, could have led to him being killed. Not for anything he did wrong, but because of whatever you was feeling. I cannot believe that in Atlanta, a place where there's quite a few black people getting money, this man trying to withdraw $12,000 from your account, from his account, caused you to react in this way. But it's a shame that I, as a black man, have to be thankful that Ryan Coogler wasn't killed. I'm thankful that he wasn't killed, but it's a shame that that's what I have to be thankful for, because that shouldn't be the bar. All right? Thankful that Ryan Coogler wasn't killed shouldn't be the bar, because he should have never been in that situation. And I don't want to hear anyone say, well, it's better for the bank teller to be safe than sorry. Excuse me, being safe would have been running his account, checking his ID. That's how you keep everyone safe, because what you did, bank teller, might have been safe for you and the bank, but it damn sure wasn't safe for Ryan Coogler and his people, okay? Now, can we listen to the interaction between Ryan Coogler and the police? Can we listen?
Do me a favor, man. Come this way. Whoa. Put your hand behind your back. Got it. Is there any reason you're not doing this, bro? Give me 1 second. Hold on. What's going on, my man?
Trying to pull money on my own.
You said what? Yeah, this your phone?
Yeah, sure.
You have ID on you?
I got everything on me.
Where?
But the thing I'm trying to explain to you right now, sir, you not listening to me?
I'm listening.
If you come on my right side, I got a badge on hanging off my head. My work badge. And it'll tell you everything about me. And if you just run my name, you'll understand why you should take me off these cuffs.
Say what? Somebody take my glasses off my face. I'm gonna have a panic attack, bro.
My forehead sweating as I hear that. I understand every single one of those struggles. I've done those same things when I go to the bank and take out large amounts of money. Large amount for me is $200. Okay? Yes, $200. That's a large amount to me. All right? I say to the teller, hey, I want to make a withdrawal. And then I write it down. Not to mention, I try to go to the bank at times. I know nobody will be there because I, too, do not feel safe as a black man having large amounts of money. So those times I need to have a large amount of cash, $200, I do the same type of methods. Simply because we don't feel safe. We as black men never feel safe. I got stopped by the police at 5 in the morning in the backwoods of New Jersey a couple weeks ago. I immediately turned down my Bishop T.D. Jakes sermon I was listening to get my day started, and I called my wife. In my mind, I'm calling my wife so she can just be there for comfort, record the interaction. But you want to know another reason I called my wife? The reason I keep trying to suppress and don't want to think about, because, you know, your thoughts do become things. In my mind, it's a slight chance I was thinking, this could be my last moments on earth. That's just how it is when you have those kind of interactions with the police as a black man. You heard that brother Ryan Coogler say he was having a panic attack? That is us as black men every time we have an interaction with the police. So, Mr. Officer, I know you're looking at us, saying something's wrong. We acting suspicious and we acting weird. No, Mr. Officer, why are you acting weird with me? Okay? And by the way, I'm not even all the way mad at the police in this situation. I can't believe none of y'all brothers who were police officers, I can't believe y'all didn't know who Ryan Coogler was, but they was just responding to what they thought was a bank robbery. My issue is with the bank teller in the Bank of America on West Paces Ferry Road near OK Cafe in Atlanta. Now, I don't know what legal ramifications can happen in a situation like this. I don't know what the punishment should be, for the bank teller. But wouldn't you say this is some type of malpractice? This is no way to treat customers of your bank. Proper procedures couldn't have been followed here. You shouldn't be allowed, to cause this kind of trauma to a human and nothing happens. I don't have the solution. Okay, this is out of my wheelhouse of information, but I am, here to highlight the problem. And whoever out there has a solution, for the love of God, let's figure this out, because this can't stand. Please let Remy Ma give the Bank of America on West Paces Ferry Road near OK Cafe in Atlanta the biggest hee-haw.
Hee-haw, hee-haw. You stupid motherfucker. Are you dumb? Time to close that account. Take all my money elsewhere.
Oh, I'm definitely sure Ryan Coogler is doing that. But should more people do that? Like, I don't know what the consequences of this should be, but I know an apology is simply not enough.
All right. Well, thank you, Charlamagne, for that donkey of the day. Coming up next, we do have Ask Ye. Call us up right now, 800-585-1051. If you have any questions, you need advice on anything, it could be finances, relationships, friendships, work, entrepreneurship, call us up right now, and I got you.
The question to me is that I'm dating I'm 46, she's 30 years old, and we've been having, intimate relationship. But every time we have an intimate relationship, she goes on a 2 vacation, then calls back. It's just frustrating, and I really like her.
So wait, how old are you and how old is she, you said?
I'm 46, she's 30.
Okay, and she just leaves and goes on vacation? Are you giving her money?
Oh, that's why I went the first time. That's why, it was a wrap. She thought I was treating that, and she called, gets through. So I need more than this. That was after the relationship, and I'm like, helped her out a little bit, and after that, then the second time, she pulls it again, and I give her 0.
Okay, so she was trying to get some money out of you the second time, but the first time you did do it.
Yeah, first time I did do it because she had kids or whatever. But I was like, the second time I'm like, this trick daddy,
So after the second time,
I'm not trickable.
after the second time when you didn't give her any money, have you spoken to her since?
No, she blocked her number. That's what she did.
Okay, well, it looks like she was looking at you as somebody that was going to finance her travels and help take care of her financially, and now that you're not doing it, she's out.
Yeah, I get you.
So, I mean, at least you know what it is, right? You could either have chosen to hit it every now and then and pay to play, or, do what you did, which is say no money, and that means no vagina.
Yeah, I just move on because, gas too high to be tricking out.
All right, I feel you on that. Well, at least you knew early, and you didn't. How much did you give her?
I only gave her 60.
Okay, so it was a $60 lesson for you.
Yeah.
All right, well, good luck. I hope you find somebody that loves you for you.
Yes, sir. Yes, ma'am.
Yes, sir.
All right, Ask Ye, 800-585-1051. It's the Breakfast Club. Good morning.
Okay, so I have an issue. I need to let you know if I'm going crazy.
Okay.
So me and my baby's father of 5 years, so we have a son together. He just turned 1. His other baby mama, she's pregnant now, claiming that it's his. His mother is going crazy. Mm-hmm. Like, she's planning baby showers, trying to plan gender reveals, like doing everything. None of this was done for me when I was pregnant.
Okay.
And I'm like, why are you having this energy towards this person that he's no longer with? Like, even with the kids, you can tell the difference how she treats mine and how she treats, their kids together. And I'm like trying to figure out why. Like, I try to be nice. I try to give gifts, around holidays. I try to always do, the extra mile. But it's like nothing like she doesn't like me. I guess that's the case.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't know if I'm just going crazy or should I just let it go. But it's kind of putting a strain on me and his relationship.
So let me ask you this. So you guys are still together?
Right now, yeah.
But he has a baby on the way with his other baby mom.
That's what she's claiming. I don't believe it.
But it's possible.
Could be.
Girl, I'm confused. So
me too.
So what are you going to do if this baby is his?
We're going to have to find other means to take care of the kids because we can't be together, and it's already stressful with the two that they have, and it's just not going to work.
So you're okay with the fact that did he cheat on you?
That's what I don't know. He's saying, like, standing on it, I did not cheat on you. She's trying to make you mad, and she's done this stunt before, so that's why I'm kind of confused because she's just like one of those crazy baby mamas.
Or so he says, because he doesn't want y'all to know each other and speak to each other.
Right.
So, girl, this sounds a little crazy to me because this may be his child, but he's claiming up and down that it's not. If it is, he's a liar and a cheater.
Yes, and then his mother, and I'm like, I don't know if you have something to do with it because you just in on it like extra.
That's her homegirl. Look,
yes.
All I can say is don't drive yourself crazy trying to force other people to like you or trying to force other people to accept you. If she chooses to, great. If she doesn't, that's not on you. Your relationship is not with her. Your relationship is with him as a co-parent, and we also don't know what he got going on. And truthfully, this whole situation seemed a little sneaky. The fact that it's possible, the fact that his mom is doing these things and he's not telling her. Did he tell his mom that's not my child?
He said it.
You heard him say it?
He said it. To her, yes, and she's like, well, I think otherwise, and just like that's her friend. So whatever she says, she's going with.
Yeah, and in a situation like that, you can't win. You can't make her not want to be cool with the other baby mom and like you more and all of those things. They probably talking about you and all of that. Just all I can say is just be cordial. Have as little conversation as necessary. Be yourself, but don't concern yourself on what the mom's relationship is with the other women or any of that petty stuff. You got a child to raise. That's your main priority, focus, and concern. All this other stuff is just extra. You focus on that, making sure your child is loved, cared for, knows, you're the mom. And whatever your relationship is going to be with him, that remains to be seen. We're going to see if he's telling the truth or if he's lying. But there's a lot of drama for you to have to deal with.
Yeah, it is. It really is.
And it seemed like he don't got it under control at all.
He doesn't, and that's what makes me very mad. Like, it always sets me off because I'm like, handle it. Like, handle it.
Mm-hmm.
It can be all C's if you just handle it. But it's just like, I'm always the one handling it, so I always look like I'm overstepping my boundaries.
Yeah, you shouldn't be in that position. You should not have to do that.
Yeah.
And he shouldn't put you in that position. You should be there if she's really a liar and a crazy person, like you said. You should be there to support him. But he can't even allow you to have to deal with that. That's on him.
Right.
He got to protect you and your child.
You're very right. And I just wanted to make sure I wasn't going crazy because everybody I explained it to, they're like, girl, you tripping, just calm down. She don't like it's fine. Like, if you don't, like, it's fine. No, it's not fine because y'all not in the situation, so y'all don't know.
Right, but again, you can't force it. The more you try to force it, the worse it's going to be. Just do your thing, be cordial, don't let anybody get you out of character, but you don't have to kiss nobody's ass.
Right. That is right.
All right.
Thank you.
All right, praying for the best for you.
Thank you. Bye.
All right, it's the Breakfast Club, and coming up next, we got the Rumor Report, and we'll be talking about Kim Kardashian and the new Hulu show.
Day. Now it's time for Rumor Report. We are discussing the Kardashian show on Hulu.
This is the Rumor Report with Angela Yee on the Breakfast Club.
So listen up.
All right, well, that reality show, The Kardashians, is coming April 14th, and they said that new episodes will be released every Thursday. Now, Kim Kardashian did say that she's open to talking about Pete Davidson, and you will understand how they met, who reached out to who, how it happened, and all the details that everybody wants to know. As far as her new romance, Khloe Kardashian is going to be addressing some of that drama she's had with Tristan Thompson. She said, I wish I never had to talk about that because it's not a fun thing to talk about, but it is a part of my journey in life, so we will see it on the show. Now, one thing that people were upset about, they did not like what Kim Kardashian had to say about work. Here's what she had to say.
For women in business, get your ass up and work. It seems like nobody wants to work these days.
That's so true.
You have to surround yourself with people that want to work. Have a good work environment where everyone loves what they do.
There were a lot of people responding to that on Twitter. Soledad O'Brien said also, be born rich really helps. Jamila Jamil said she came up from the mean streets of Beverly Hills with very successful parents, step-parents, but in a much smaller mansion. A true grind, an inspiration, a Photoshop icon.
All of that may be true, but what that got to do with what she actually said? like most things online, I don't understand the backlash. Is it because you don't like the messenger? Because the message applies to us all, and work doesn't look the same for all of us. The work that a construction worker is doing today is different than the work an attorney is going to be doing today, but it's still work. The work someone in the military is doing differs from the work someone in college is doing, but it still works. But it still works.
I think part of it is that she's saying for women in business, get your ass up and work. A lot of women are working several jobs and didn't come from any type of money, and they might have a lot of responsibilities to hold down in their household. And so, it's not that people aren't working.
But she's talking to the ones who aren't. Like these are messages that we say all the time. Like Diddy will get online and say these kind of messages all the time. If you don't work, you don't eat. Get your ass up. Khaled will be like, I'm up working while you sleeping and drooling on your pillow. I think it's just because people don't like the messenger.
Well, I think it's more than that. She also said it seems like nobody wants to work these days. And then she said have a good work environment where everyone loves what they do because you have one life. No toxic work environment. And there's a lot of people who work at places because they simply right now have to pay the bills and don't have a choice and have responsibilities. It's not as easy as somebody saying, I'm only going to do what I love. Sometimes it's not possible at that time, at that moment. It sounds great, but everybody does have a different experience.
But we all talk about the work environments that we're in. If we are in a toxic work environment, we try to change that atmosphere. We try to change that environment. We've been having these conversations for the past few years about changing the work environment. I think it's just because people don't like the messenger, because her message wasn't wrong.
I'll tell you what Dan Price had to say on Twitter. He said, Kim K is one of the hardest working people out there, but hard work is not a very good predictor of success in business. For every success story, there are 100 other people working 2 jobs and living paycheck to paycheck. So it's not all just hard work. She definitely had more of an advantage than the average person.
Yeah, but that has nothing to do with her message. You telling me, Angela, that you've never spoken to a group of kids and told them that they got to work hard?
Yeah, it comes with a lot of sacrifices. But I wouldn't tell them that they're not working hard and get off your ass and work because nobody wants to. I wouldn't say that.
But we do say things like that about people. We be like, yo, that person ain't working. Or that person ain't working hard enough. Or these kids nowadays don't want to work. We do say things like that.
You know, but I do know a lot of people who work really hard and just haven't achieved the success. And so it's not necessarily hard work always equals the success that you want to have, because sometimes you make a lot of I know people who have sacrificed their careers to raise their family and to support their husband. I've seen all of that. So I don't think it's a one-size-fits-all.
That is true. Success is subjective, but I just think in this case, people don't like the messenger. Because Khaled will get online today and tell everybody that he's up while you drooling on your pillow. Y'all ain't working hard enough. Y'all ain't going to outwork me, and nobody will say nothing.
Yeah, I think sometimes when it comes from a place of privilege, it's harder for people to take it. It's like, okay, you grinded from your mansion in Beverly Hills to get a bigger mansion. But I will not deny the fact that she definitely does do a lot and does work hard. So, it's a very nuanced conversation. There's a lot of different things in play.
Yeah, like I said, work looks different for everybody.
And shout out to Nick Cannon. News has broken that his talk show was canceled after just 6 months on the air. Now, at first, it was talk of him replacing Wendy Williams, but then they're saying his viewership was not that high, and they said the show showed no signs of growth, according to sources. So I'll actually be talking to Nick Cannon today. I'll be on his show live today, and Nick, whenever I go on, is ready to discuss anything. So this is definitely something you should tune into, because I'm sure we'll talk about it. All right, and
I don't think Nick Cannon. I don't think Nick got a fair shake, because 6 months is not long enough. You got to give somebody at least a year. Like, you can't give somebody 6 months and expect them to have a hit daytime talk show. Now, it's great if it does hit in 6 months, but if not, you got to give them at least a year, man.
Okay, but we'll find out what happened, like I said, and I'm sure there's some more things that we don't know about, so we'll hear it from Nick Cannon himself. All right, I'm Angela Yee, and that is your Rumor Report. People's Choice Mix up next.